When I walk to work, I always pass by some bushes with slender, silver-green leaves and bright red berries. Every time I walked past them, I would get more and more curious as to what these berries were and if they were edible. After extensive photo comparison and research on what this shrub was, I determined that they were sea buckthorn berry bushes. Learning this piqued my interest in discovering the world of foraging. As I researched about sea buckthorn berries, I was surprised to learn just how many vitamins and nutrients were in these tiny, unassuming berries. I was also surprised to learn that the inedible seeds contain valuable oil, and that the leaves of the bush, which have 15% protein, can be used for making tea. Just the other day, I used these sea buckthorn berries to make a delicious cheesecake. One of my favorite YouTubers is Paola with the channel The Cottage Fairy. She lives in a beautiful valley in Okanagan County. It was actually Paola who really inspired me to start living a slower life and to start making this kind of content. One of the things that she sometimes talks about is foraging. This encouraged me to start looking around my home for things to forage, even though I live in the city. I have been pleasantly surprised to find that there are a number of bushes, flowers, and plants that are edible, healthy, and quite available even to those who live in my city. Learning about foraging has made me start to look at things differently. For example, I have learned that many parts of the dandelion are not only edible, but healthy as well. Something that most people view as a weed and often try to eliminate can actually be quite nutritious. Did you know that sea buckthorn berries are higher in omega-7 fatty acids than fish? Pieces of information like this have made me begin to wonder what other plants there are around me that are hidden gems of health. But foraging is not all health and beauty. One must be very certain of the edibility of a plant, berry, or shrub before consuming it. There are very beautiful and sweetly scented plants that are extremely poisonous. If you don't do your research before eating that berry or making a salad with that flower, you could very well end up ill, if not worse. In the case of the sea buckthorn berries, my husband and I got many scratches and pricks on our hands and arms from picking them, because hidden well among the silver leaves of the bush were long, sharp thorns, which is partially where the plant got its name. In trying to get to this healthy berry, we had to delicately weave our way around the thorns. Reflecting on this makes me think of the different people that we each have in our lives. There are those who are unassuming, perhaps even plain. There is nothing lavish about their lifestyle or their appearance, and they might even be difficult to approach or befriend. But once you get to know them, you realize that inside they have a heart of gold. They bring life to their friends and family. They have so much to offer and have such a deep sense of love for those they care about. If we simply based our choice of relationships off of looks, then the wealth that this person could offer us would be lost in our shallow expectations. Then there are those who are beautiful and attractive. People flock around them, hoping to even be considered slightly associated with them. They look and sound so sweet. They are loved by many, but only on the surface. When observed more closely, all of a sudden, they are exposed to be controlling, manipulative, and poisonous. Their close relationships fail. Those who know them intimately are drained of life when interacting with them. What is beautiful on the outside is not always reflected in the heart. Don't get me wrong. That's not to say that those who are physically beautiful do not have inner beauty as well. And the same can be said of those who are plain. They don't always have a soft and beautiful heart under their unassuming appearances. However, if we only ever base our perceptions on the outward appearance, we may not realize what the inner person truly is. There's a verse in the Bible that says, "People judge by outward appearance, but God looks at the heart." I've been questioning my personal intentions as of late. Do I dress a certain way because I want to be perceived as physically attractive? Which is more important, the outer or inner beauty? Do I treat people in a loving, respectful manner even when they disagree with me? Does it matter if I'm beautiful on the outside, if I'm poisonous to those I have relationships with? Sometimes self-reflection like this can be painful, but I often wonder if we don't ask these difficult questions enough. It may seem odd to draw such conclusions from foraging, but I feel that we can often learn a lot about life from the nature that surrounds us, even from the simple sea buckthorn berry.